What's going on, guys? It's Chad. Thanks for all the love and support on yesterday's video with the whole, Black Ops reveal and everything. Video got over like 50,000 likes, got a whole bunch of, just tweets and stuff like that. So many people talking about how excited they are for the game. Just trying to gather as much information as I possibly can. I do this each and every single time a new Call of Duty is coming out. I just sit there and I'll spend like a few days where I'll just sit around and just look through information, and anyone that decided to, message me and tell me about some shit, start chasing some messages here and there. I don't reply much or talk that much on, Twitter and shit. So I'm still working on the RAM here. I'm halfway through. I think I'm at like 80 out of 150 or something like that. The nice thing about the RAM is that it's actually 150 total games with 15 kills instead of 200, but the rest of them are all 200. I don't really know why this one's 150. The past week or so, we've just been getting more and more information about Cold War and everything. They finally did the whole reveal yesterday, released a trailer and everything, multiplayer reveal, release date, and all that other stuff. We still don't necessarily know the date of the actual beta itself. Obviously, it'll be after September 9th. Usually, they always have a description talking about how betas are expected to last 2 days minimal and all this other stuff. So, I mean, they could always add an extra day. They could not. It seems like they're going to do the one weekend where PS4 has it, and then there's going to be another weekend where everybody has it. And so I'm going to assume we're going to have like 4 or 5 days total of just, playing the new Black Ops and everything, trying to figure out what does and doesn't work at that time with multiplayer and stuff anyway. I feel like during the entire beta period, I feel like so many people are just gonna play Warzone in place of this whole thing. I don't know. I just feel like there are Warzone players and then there are actual COD players. Not to try to separate anything from people, but there are people that literally just will never play multiplayer regardless of whether it's a new game or not. They're just gonna play Warzone. It's not like multiplayer has ever gotten to the point to where it's impossible, to find lobbies or whatever it is, but I'm not entirely sure what queue times were like at, 3-4 o'clock in the morning or whatever on like a low ranked account. I have no idea how easy or hard it is to get into games because of the skill-based matchmaking at the time. But before, it was difficult to get into games at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because nobody's on. I mean, I'd rather get skill-based match made than, have no one playing the game at all. I was looking at this yesterday. Who was I watching? I was watching Soda Pop. He was playing this MMO called New World. For him, he's like a big WoW guy, right? I'm not gonna go into too much detail. One of the points that he ended up making was that a game being alive sometimes matters even more than the game even actually being good to begin with. You could have one of the greatest games in the world as far as like an MMO type of thing goes, but if there are no players to fill up said world, then it's virtually pointless. You could have a pretty bad game, an average game, a not so great game, but so long as the community is active, it doesn't matter. It makes the game. He's absolutely right. So for me, I mean, my complaints mean less and less. I mean, not that they ever really meant that much anyway, but do whatever you want with it, man, I guess. I haven't even thought about how the sniping is gonna be and everything. I mean, I've seen some gameplay and stuff like that. A lot of people are saying like the M40 and R700 are back. The one picture that I've seen with Woods running around with a sniper rifle, it's like this nice matte black sniper rifle. It does remind me of the R700. That's what it looks like to me. It makes total sense that that is actually the R700, or at least a kind of Remington rifle, marksman rifle of some sort. So there's a Gamescom event that's today, and it actually ended up passing already. They ended up showing within the first 20 minutes or so of their show, kind of a glimpse into one of the missions that we ended up seeing with the, meeting room with Ronald Reagan in it, and Mason and Hudson, and everybody just basically in the room talking about what their plan is to be involving Perseus. They didn't actually show any gameplay. I figured that they were going to end up showing gameplay here, but it doesn't seem like they are. Why are they spawning? I remember seeing a Reddit post literally just a couple days ago of somebody posting a video of them dying repeatedly on Shipment on World War II and showing some clips of COD 4 Shipment as well, where people were getting sprayed through the wall with the LMGs. They actually tried to compare that to this Shipment. They either are lying and have never actually played a former Shipment thing, have no idea what is and isn't a ridiculous spawn or something, because they literally just tried to tell people that they are no different. Now, rightfully so, the guy got torn apart in the comments. People are like, dude, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Basically, for all of Gamescom, they revealed some details and stuff, like apparently the new consoles are actually going to be able to run the game. It's breaking news, so I guess it's legit. I don't know. Apparently, consoles are able to run 4K 120 FPS. That's a huge step up for console players and stuff. I just don't really know exactly what the performance trade-offs are, I guess. Now, given, I still think 1080p at like 240 hertz or whatever is still definitely better, but here, if I go and turn this thing off here, I got 200 FPS, 185. There's no way this game is that blurry. Holy shit. I'm recording with OBS open and everything right now, and other stuff open, Discord, shit like that, whatever. I'm recording all of that, and I have well over 200. When I'm not recording and shit, I'm sitting here hard cap. I'm chilling at 220, 240, especially in Shipment and Shoot House. This is much better than 120 frames is all I'm gonna say. If I sit here and I turn this up, let me turn all this shit up. Why not? Fuck it. Let me max it out. I'm just over 60 FPS, sometimes not even 60 FPS. I'm sitting at 70 FPS right now with all of that shit turned up to 4K with a 2080 Ti. I mean, these consoles gotta be god tier if it's really being like this. Oh wait, and also people were telling me that the anti-aliasing is the reason why the character's hair is like this, like how Wood's hair is right here. But also the weirdest thing about it is that if your filmic strength isn't set to at least 0.5, the hair is gone, but now the hair is back. Obviously, a console will perform a lot more consistently than a PC will, since it's not specifically made just for running games, but I don't know, man. That 4K 120 just seems a little bit too good to be true to me. Now, trust me, I hope it's legit for 100%. Like, for content-wise, streaming-wise, all sorts of shit like that, I absolutely want consoles to be accessible, because I hate this rift between the you know, platforms and stuff like that and the whole argument. You guys already know how it is. I hated these arguments. I participated in them absolutely, but I hate them. The thing I'm really worried about with the Treyarch game coming out, it didn't usually have all of the low and high ADS sensitivities and stuff like that settings on those games. One thing I'm worried about is those control settings wouldn't be the exact same as the ones from Modern Warfare. I feel like people need to have similar perfect settings to each other to kind of make the transition between the two of them feel natural enough. I already think most people that are just playing Warzone aren't even gonna play the game, to be honest, but well, the only thing they've shown at Gamescom is, you know, they have some information and stuff that have come out, and you'll be able to find the tweets and stuff like that. Perseus briefing cinematic, they have it separated and uploaded by itself or whatever. Quality looks incredible, but it's just the cinematic that they showed. They didn't show any gameplay, so I mean, you could call that gameplay, but it's a cinematic. We know what it is. Direct sequel to Black Ops 1, that's cool. To be honest, I expected a lot more from this Gamescom thing. They did say exclusively at the start of it, they're not gonna have anything that blows people's socks off or whatever, but they do have, you know, exclusive first to see stuff like that, just no mind-blowing announcements or something like that that you would see at like E3 or whatever it may be. So yeah, I'm just grinding Shipment out. We'll be done soon enough. Please just let me finish soon. Also, I know that I've had a few people tweet at me that there are some people out there now that are actually finishing up this Obsidian grind. I knew someone that finished this Obsidian grind literally months ago. Oh, it ain't no race for me. It's just to finish it myself. It's just a part of me that really wanted to do this. I could just up and not do it at all and just decide to snipe or just play Warzone until the end of time. I also don't know how long Warzone is going to be played into the future. That doesn't sound worth it at all.